Welcome to race number 2 of this F1 Manager 2025 DLC season, bringing either Hulkenberg or hopefully Bortoleto to potential future world champions. After a drastic race number 1, which saw Hulkenberg have the highs of qualifying in the top 10, getting through to the Q3 shootout, it was a lock-up within the first few turns that absolutely cemented him and our pretty bad positions, but he still come round for a P13 finish. Bortoleto, we went with a bold strategy hoping for a safety car, which didn't ever appear. Now, we are in a okay position. We've got car parts being well and truly built at the moment, chassis and side pods, and we have also got the chassis and suspension that are being built after design completion. So, we know that this circuit lacks a little bit of speed, does China. And we're going to hope that China is going to see an upturn then in form and result, because our high speed is very good on this car. So, Chinese Grand Prix, a chance to put everything behind us. But guess what? We have a sprint race coming up as well. Come on, sprint qualifying. It's double action for episode 2 and race number 2. So welcome to sprint qualifying, our first sprint qualifying of the season. And what we're going to do is we're going to accelerate through this first run and hopefully get a decent lap time. Bortoleto was a magnet for traffic in Australia. He's following Hajar through. But is that going to be a bonus? I think Hulkenberg's got a lot of traffic on his opening lap, but he's only 3/10 off the Williams. Now, coming down into the final few corners, here comes Bortoleto. What sort of lap time is he going to put in as he comes across the line and he slots himself into 5th? Obviously, that is going to change drastically, but of course, he's still 1.3 seconds off. Now, that grid has sort of took shape in Q1 already. We're going to make sure we put the mediums back on. We can't use any change of tyre. And now, we're going to have to send back out. Let's just go when everybody else goes. That is the key. Here we go. Flying them out. Can we get both cars through? A lot better qualifying so far from Bortoleto. And we're going to go on board, first of all, with Nico Hulkenberg. Here he goes. He's about to start his flying lap. SQ1, 9th place at the moment. Bortoleto in 12th. We're looking for green sectors, but remember, these tyres have a little bit more wear on them after completing a flying lap already. Sector 1, yellow, 23.9. Bortoleto is going to come through as well now, and he's going to do a 24.2, 3/10 off. So not a great start, but will we survive? Stroll down there after a good opening display. Green sector in the middle though, 28.3. What about Bortoleto? 28.7, not finding pace, but Hulkenberg is. Luckily, we've got a 5/10 buffer over the pack to Albon in 16th. That could change though as we come round the final few corners. Hulkenberg to cross the line, 1.3 seconds off the leader. He doesn't. He does improve by a 10th. Bortoleto, could he find anything as he crosses the line? The answer is no. But, are we going to survive? Hamilton is out. Hamilton out of SQ1 in the Ferrari. We are through P12, P14. Lewis Hamilton, the big loser in SQ number 1. And it's time for SQ2. Both Saubers up into the top of the grid, hopefully. You never know. We might get there. We might get pole. Rabbits might fly, pigs might fly. So let's get our first lap then. See what sort of time on the board. SQ2, this is where really our limits are. We're expected 16th or above in the main race. Now, everybody is going to set a time before us. Bortoleto just starts his flying lap as well. Here, in SQ2, we're looking for decent lap times. We're obviously going to get green sectors. Let's compare them. 24.0, 23.9. Bortoleto had early advantage here through Sector 1. Coming to Sector 2 then, Nico Hulkenberg does a 28.3. So 28.3 for Nico Hulkenberg. And a 28.5, lost a couple of attempts. They're around a 10th in it between the two Kick Sauber cars at the moment, as all the cars set their lap times. And there's some slow ones in there as well. That could be huge. As across the line, Nico Hulkenberg in Q2, SQ2, can't get out of the bottom 3. He's 11th. Bortoleto comes through as well. Where's he going to get to as he crosses the line? It's P13. So, everybody, I assume now, is going to come in. It's going to be a quick turnaround. A very quick turnaround. And it'll be back for the same tyres. And hope for some improvement. That is what's got to be the case. We need to get through. We've got to find 0.2 of a second. And now they all come back out. There's a yellow flag out there.
There's a yellow flag.
Sonoda has spun on turn 1. So here we go then. We are back out on the track. Hulkenberg might get a cheeky toe here from Isaac Hajar. And it all comes down to SQ2. 1 minute to go. We are amongst the pack. Can we get through? Got to find a couple of attempts though. As now Nico Hulkenberg starts his SQ2 run. Bortoleto not far off as well, starting his run. Use tyres. We got to start seeing greens though. Got to start seeing greens. As we come through Sector 1 for Nico Hulkenberg, it is green at 23.7. 24.2, Bortoleto not producing initially in Sector 1. We are closing. This racing ball seems pretty slow. Middle sector, it is 28.3. So we are improving. 28.7. Bortoleto is gone. Absolutely no chance. We're going to get held up. We're going to get an amazing toe down the straight. Is it going to hold us up that much though? As we break deep and slot right behind the racing bull. As we come out the final corner, it's going to be Hulkenberg with an amazing toe to the line. And he gets through. At the minute, he's P8. What a lap time. 4/10 off SQ2 P1. But we're dropping. Leclerc and Albon still to come. And Albon doesn't beat us. Russell and Leclerc. Leclerc goes pole. Oh, we're out. Oh, no. I thought we'd made it. I thought we'd absolutely made it. And it's 400th of a second. Or 10th. Oh, it's P11 for Hulkenberg. Wow. There you go, a 32.2. What a time. And he just misses out from knocking Carlos Sainz out. SQ3, Oscar Piastri takes pole. Charles Leclerc, Kimi Antonelli and George Russell. Lando Norris rounding out. And I tell you what, we did a 32.228. That would have been good enough for P5 in Q3. Oh, if only. If only.
Well, it's a different format this week.
So, sprint racing. It's going to be hard for points, but it's going to be good for battles. No soft tyres. Yeah, absolutely no chance. It is going to be 19 laps of action. Now, we do have good top speed. That is what's going to help us around here. Drag reduction, not great, though. So, 11th and 14th. Chance to get a little bit of confidence in these drivers.
The sprint in Shanghai.
2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. It's 5. It's lights out. And away we go. They were held for quite long, but already Piastri has got away well. Leclerc is moving to the outside line. Russell and Kimi Antonelli going side by side as they round off into turn 1. Piastri has held position so far with the Ferrari in second. They all look like they've gone through fairly smoothly as the McLaren of Norris and Verstappen battle each other, then 5th and 6th. They're away very, very smoothly. Everyone kind of holding position early on as we go on board with the Kick Sauber team, who are racing in P12 and P number 14. Now, don't expect DRS until lap 1 has completed here. We're going to have to make sure. And suddenly, we've already dropped 1.1, which is never a sign of what you want to do. My ERS is at 100%. We've got Yuki behind us. We have got Bortoleto behind him. But we seemingly... I don't know why our pace is so slow. It's like somebody stuck wet tyres on. DRS enabled, but we're bringing that gap back down to a second. That is absolutely crucial. Bortoleto around a second as well. Early pace seemingly not really there. But that gap is nearly in a second. Yellow flags, I think maybe for Antonelli with a lock-up. There he is on the inside. A bit of payback for when we did that in Melbourne. Does he run wide slightly? He doesn't. He just breaks and locks up too deep. And Antonelli down to 17th. That's not going to help his tyres. So, this is where we sit. It is a move potentially on the Williams of Albon. We know our top speed is great. Can that help us down the straight? DRS to be enabled. Albon lost DRS down there. As we come flying, here comes DRS for Hulkenberg as he goes to the outside line. Oh, what a move by Nico Hulkenberg. Rolling back some years, he's always been an animal of a driver. And he is now into P10. Sadly, and what a move here. Looking at bortoleto on Yuki Tsunoda as well. Potentially pushing hard to try and get up to 12th. Albon, we know that Williams is a lot quicker than the Kick Sauber. We did jump early, but he is already all over the back of us. What about then bortoleto? We're going to start deploying ERS. Can we get him through? As let's go on board. Tell you what, let's go on the rear wing. Watch this. Albon's going to be fast down this straight, ladies and gentlemen. Here he comes. DRS. Ow open. He starts gaining. He starts gaining. Goes to the outside. And we defend beautifully. Nico Hulkenberg stays. Bortoleto still behind Yuki Tsunoda. DRS down the main straight. And that is a beautiful move. Round the outside into turn 1. We lie astern 11th and 12th. As Albon has just got past Nico Hulkenberg. So lap number 4. We are bang there. We've obviously got to get to the top 8 for points. And we're going to be a ding-dong battle, it seems, with Albon. And I tell you what, bortoleto is catching as well here. Albon is being quite slow. And we're going to deploy down the straight. I'm going to deploy bortoleto as well. Let's see if we can make moves. As we pull to the right-hand side, it's an easy move. Let's go on board with bortoleto, who watches that happen. And sees Hulkenberg get into 10th place. Obviously, ERS system struggling along. Bortoleto now fancies a move at Alex Albon. Can't get that job done. So conserving down, it is P10, P11. Right on the backside of Albon. But every time we conserve, we start to lose time. 2.7 seconds away from Stroll. We've got a few soft tyres out there, which is interestingly. I didn't see them going to the end. But I've got a feeling we're going to be a sitting duck here. As we come out of Sector 2. I feel like this is going to be pure pace. As Hulkenberg's got a good exit though. We're going to top him back up. What an acceleration from bortoleto. He goes to the outside. And I tell you what, both Kick Saubers now are cruising. They're P10, P11. What a move. 10 laps to go in the sprint. Nothing has really changed. However, bortoleto is seemingly more confident than Hulkenberg. He is actually past him. There's a little bit of a train. Bortoleto 6.8 seconds down to Hamilton on the softs in 13th. So you can see that's all very sort of complicated. But teamwork, towing each other along. That's what we like to see. As now Hulkenberg gets back ahead. And this is all the way. And now what he's going to do is pull bortoleto with DRS back. And this is kind of good work. But we're still 6.2 seconds off. Now our tyres, not too great, I must say. 66 and 63%. We need to get them to the end where possible. And these two, I feel like it's going to be hard to try and catch the gap. I said our top speed was good. That's what's helping us at the minute. But we've got to keep on pushing. And, oh, it's happened again. Bortoleto locking up in turn 1. And he went for a move. And he went to the outside, got the move done, and completely locked up, went on, and that is bortoleto killing his tyres as well. Ouch. That leaves him in 14th place now. I'm going to deploy some ERS to make sure we continue. Sainz 7 seconds ahead. That leaves Hulkenberg a little bit more now vulnerable to the Albon and Hamilton attack. But we've got a 7-second gap to Sainz. We're not going to close him. Alex Albon, though, different story. As he comes down the straight, look at our top speed. Really just defending us nicely. But I think that's one defence too much. Hulkenberg has to concede position. But we'll get DRS back down the home straight. We're going to close up all the time. And now sit back within. So 13th lap of 19. Bortoleto is kind of out of this sprint race. With that bad lockup. He's only 4.5-5 seconds off Hulkenberg, but tyre management not so great. We'll stay on board until we go down the straight again. Possible move in the sprint for Hulkenberg to get back into the top 10. Ferrari right behind us. Soft tyres, 57% of them. Now, can we go back? Hamilton all over the back of us. Let's watch it as the Kick Sauber moves right. The Williams defends. Our top speed is a beauty down that straight, and we defend well. Hulkenberg stays in 10th place. He gets it to 10th and stays in 10th. And now we're just running out so much of power unit, though. We have yellow flags in Sector 2. Antonelli has binned it. Well, the end of Sector 2. Pretty much Sector 3. There he goes. You spin me right round, baby. That's what happened. And I tell you what, though. I know we're not massively fast here. We're only 2.8 now of Sainz. Sainz seemingly struggling. We've dropped Hamilton and Albon as well. Kind of no real point in pushing Bortoleto, but we're going to give him something to cheer about if we can. And there is the Williams. We have got some really good pace here. We'll top up down the straight. 2.6 seconds is the gap now. Going to 2.4. Bortoleto trying to give him a little bit more of a confidence booster as we go down the straight against Yuki Tsunoda to get back to 15th place. And he does, but Hamilton has overtaken Hulkenberg. What happened there? As we go on board, helmet cam. Move to the right, switch to the left, round the outside. It's a beautiful move. Sadly, it's on us though. Now, Bortoleto has got Tsunoda. Hulkenberg lost a second. Hamilton's tyres are only 43% though. When do we push? I think next lap we go full attack mode, which will be 2 laps to go. Bortoleto, 14th. He'll stay there or lose it at least. But Albon is holding up the Ferrari, who is burning tyres now, 40%. Down the straight we go. No DRS, but let's deploy. Our top speed is high. So let's absolutely push this. And we close up as the Ferrari gets through. Will Hamilton's tyres survive? I'm going to go attack mode now. That is where we are at. I feel like 2 laps of pace here could get me 9th place. Because look at these fighting. Hamilton's tyres surely going to be starting burning out now. They are 36%. Tsunoda has got past Bortoleto. Yeah, it's kind of pointless trying to push him and risking anything now. Hulkenberg's got fuel. And look how close he is. Can he get 2 overtakes down the straight? 1 lap to go. Leclerc leads this race from Verstappen and Piastri. And here we go, down the straight. Our race is to see if we can get 9th. We move to the right, past the Ferrari. Look at that Ferrari's top speed, though. Getting out, stretching us down the straight. Out dragging us. And now it's all full beans. No ERS. It's going to be down that final straight. Hamilton's tyres, 31%. Sainz holding on. Bortoleto, 15th. Might be able to sneak a move to get 14th again. We're going to stay on board, though. As now we come through. Hamilton starting seemingly to struggle now. Losing track of the Williams ahead. Which is not great for us. We wanted DRS to get the Williams as well. But he's dropped out now. 1.2. We're going to go for an early move on the Ferrari. And we're through. As we now come down the straight. That's going to give the Ferrari of Hamilton DRS. But we've pulled clear. And down the straight on the final lap. We're too far away from Sainz, but it's a solid P10 finish. Leclerc wins from Verstappen, Piastri and Norris, and Russell rounding out the top 5. But in this sprint, I tell you what, that bodes well for the race. Hulkenberg coming home in P10, and Bortoleto, after his lockup, coming home in what is P14 ahead of Yuki Tsunoda with an overtake on the last lap. That is encouragement for the race in China. Can we get points? There you go. P10. And Bortoleto finishing where he started. This bodes well for the race. But we've got first a qualifying session to come. So after the excitement of the sprint, it's time for qualifying for the main event. Here in China, we're going to get our first lap already out of the way and see how we do. Hopefully no traffic. We followed Hamilton out in the hope that we wouldn't get traffic, and we don't. We're going to get a clear lap first of all. Faster than Hamilton, it seems, at the moment. Hamilton did a 32.3. Hulkenberg does a 32.2. What about a yellow flag out there? Who's that for? I don't know. But Bortoleto, 7 tenths off. Bortoleto seemingly not really got the pace here early on in the season so far. It's getting very squeaky bum time for Bortoleto. I've had to say, I did go with a new set of tyres again, and he didn't really make much improvement. So I've had to save the tyres, send him on used, and I'm hoping it's going to be good enough. We're still expecting Russell and Alonso to come past us, though. They are 17th and 20th. Everything else is a guesswork. But Hulkenberg could potentially be safe here, but we've got to find time. It's Bortoleto who's going to cross the sector times first, and in Sector 1, he improves 23.7. It's a 23.6 for Nico Hulkenberg. Now, again, with Bortoleto, that seems a lot better time based on the fact of what sort of time Hulkenberg did in the first run. Now, we are catching cars, but I think they're on a lap. It's a 28.1 and a 28.1. This is a lot better. This could bring Bortoleto about 1.3, 1.2 seconds off the pace, which sounds mad, but that could be correct. As we go down into the hairpin, there is Hulkenberg going to be coming across the line first. 1.3 was the gap to the leader for Hulkenberg. Wow, 9 tenths. Bortoleto 1.2 as well. That is better lap times. Better lap times from the boy. P4, well now P7 for Hulkenberg. That's an incredible Q1 performance. 131.8 for him. Wow, still a second off. Max Verstappen, absolutely mighty. Gabriel Bortoleto is through. We have Yuki, Hajar, Behrman, Ocon, and Gasly all out in Q1. And now we make our way to Q2. I'm going to go on some used tyres first of all. I want to save some tyres where I can. So Q2, we're going to get a lap straight in on the used, come back for new. So let's wait until everybody starts to pile out of the pits. There's Albon. Let's go now ahead of Hamilton. And let's go behind Verstappen. That could be nice. We know how fast that Red Bull is. So let's fly through first. See what sort of lap times we put in. And then we'll come back for the on-board run. 31.7, 31.6. Wow, Hulkenberg well off the pace. 1.3 behind Hamilton. Bortoleto comes through. 1.2. You kind of know that Hulkenberg had a bad lap based on the fact that Bortoleto has got ahead of him. So already, used tyres. We've got some time to make. Because that soft tyre is going to be quick. So let's get them soft tyres bolted on. So what do we got? 30.9 for Verstappen. That's similar to what he ran in Q1. But we're still about 6 tenths slower with Hulkenberg. So he's got a lot of time to find. Now, well, let's see when everybody starts to go. Norris starts to go. I'm going to send Hulkenberg. And I'm going to now send Bortoleto. So, okay, here it is. Hulkenberg is going to get a beautiful tow from a very fast McLaren. That is the thinking here. Bortoleto has got some clean air. So I feel like Bortoleto needs the clean air. Wow, we was going to get a tow. Not anymore. Because that Piastri has just come through who's doing it. Oh, he still might get a tow. Problem is, we might catch Piastri on this lap. Bortoleto has got no excuse. And I tell you what, I feel like we're going to catch this McLaren. Oh, you are joking me. We are out. We are out. That is criminal. Hulkenberg is definitely not going to be improving. 24.2. Watch this to the sector time of Bortoleto, who does a 23.6. He's 6 tenths down. That is a horrible one. Horrid. Just got him at the wrong time. And you can see, we do go green in the middle though. 28.0. Feel like that's going to be pointless though. And it is a 28.1 for Bortoleto. Can Bortoleto still get through here in China? Or are we set for a Q2 exit? Hulkenberg got held up in Sector 1. But Hulkenberg does improve, but he is out. 1.2 off the lead. Bortoleto comes through. Can he get himself into the top? He goes 7th. What a lap by Bortoleto. It's a shame about Hulkenberg. We have got 4 cars. We need 1 more car slower. Come on. We're out. It's so close. Oh, so close again. Oh, wow. 1.3 tenths slower. And look at that. 31.8, 31.8. Maybe that's the limit of our car. But on pole for China. It's Charles Leclerc. Saved his best last time until Q3. Ah, man, that's killer. But I'm feeling confident for the race.
56 laps of the
Here we go.
Shanghai International Circuit await our
Race
drivers here in
2.
China.
China. Top speed is helping us out. 56 laps to come and a potential 2-stop or potential 1-stop here. Now, I'm interested to see what the 1-stop is on tyres. If I went medium, I don't have any heat. Ugh, I don't have any mediums. Interesting. Interesting then. So, that's 5 seconds slower. I've got to run that for Hulkenberg. I can't believe I've got no mediums. So what is that? That is a 128.12. This is a 128.18. So could he actually do a 2-stop? He's on strategy D. So let's try and add in a stop here. Let's see if this 2-stop is good for our man here. Mediums and softs. Let's see if he can do this. He can't. So let's go to hards. There you go. He's 5 seconds quicker. Oh, 2-stop seems better for us. We're going to do that. Soft, hard, softs. I'm going to start both on the softs this time. Usually I like to split the strategy and go one onto the hards in case of a safety car, but I feel like let's go all out. It's best strategy. Come on.
Well then, it's not long until we get
Here we go. We are getting racing for the Chinese Grand Prix. It's round 2 of the F1 2025 season. 4 lights, 5 lights. Didn't hold them long. It's go here in China. As we go on and look from the aerial view, Bortoleto 11th and 14th. Leclerc got away in pole well. Russell's up to P2 as we go around that long right-hand bend of turn 1. Verstappen in P3, Antonelli 4. They're all single file. They've all held sort of routine as on the inside. Bortoleto looks for a move on Liam Lawson in that Red Bull. We are 12th and 13th. It's a decent start from our boys. Not great. Hulkenberg has got Piastri though. Expect Piastri to be back ahead of us. Now remember, we have got beautiful top speed on this car. Not great through the middle sectors, of course, but we will be expecting later on to hold our own down the straight and potentially take some positions. As we round that long right-hander and we go set 2 down to the hairpin. Here we go, lap 1 nearly complete. Leclerc, Russell, Verstappen is your top 3. Bortoleto and Hulkenberg going wheel to wheel early on. These two are racy. That is what we like to see. What I'm going to do is just try and keep some tyre and battery as Hulkenberg sits behind Bortoleto. DRS enabled after lap 1 comes in, but already the gap is around 9 tenths. But everyone's sort of pulling together now, and you can see, I've got a feeling we might be making some overtakes this lap because Liam Lawson has been out of DRS range. He has managed to pull that back though, and now suddenly it is us under a little bit of pressure. Hulkenberg is still bang there as we come through the right-hander down the straight towards the hairpin. DRS, did we make the activation point? We did. We both get DRS. So does Piastri behind us. We close up into the hairpin. Lap 2 is complete. 9 tenths behind. And still, we push to try and bring us closer. Going into turn 1. A lot of battling out there. We got to watch the fuel. And we are right on the back of Liam Lawson and Alonso. It's Alonso being sort of the bottleneck at the moment. We're going to a little bit of neutral ERS to try and just save a little bit. We're going to be fast down the straight. But again, look at through that middle sector. It's hard to keep pace. We've got soft tyres ahead. 1.5 quickly under pressure. 9 tenths now, but I don't think we was in DRS range as we went through the detection point. We was, so that's good. We're going to keep DRS then. Piastri we have dropped now, but look at this gap. This is absolutely killing us because Bortoleto is tucked up right behind the Red Bull of Liam Lawson. It's Alonso in that final points position here on lap 4 that is causing the issues. He is pretty slow and he's on soft tyres. So we've got to keep pushing. We've got to save ERS until we get to the straight and hope that we have got the top speed to get through. Alonso's only 1.3 though. off the Williams. It's not a massive amount on lap 4. As we come through sector 2, DRS detection point will trigger. We're going to try and get a good run. Lawson's got a good run as well, but we have got a better run. Here we go. Bortoleto, Red Bull fighting back. Can we go deep on the brakes? Yes, we can. Almost touching, but Bortoleto has got past Liam Lawson with a beauty of a move. But here comes the cars again, as now Hulkenberg gets in and gets past the Red Bull. What a move. Red Bull fights back. We get better acceleration. You've not heard that over a Kick Sauber before. We do move ourselves up to P11 and P10. And now it's a case of, can we get past the Aston Martin of Alonso? We're going to go on board as we set to deploy our ERS system again while looking after the tyres. Alonso just out of DRS range, but catching Albon. Bortoleto hasn't had a great exit there at all and loses time and loses DRS as well. Here comes Hulkenberg though. He's going to get past, I think, Bortoleto, and he does. Hulkenberg gets through, and here we go. Albon is holding cars up. Alonso is sitting there pretty as well. Used a bit more tyres than us. Again, we're going to be holding this for the straight. Hulkenberg really looked after his tyres. Bortoleto, no surprise to see him starting to drop back a little bit. That's not a bad, not great exit there at all from Hulkenberg. Again, just dropped out of DRS, but Alonso gets past Albon. What a move by Alonso, rolling back the years through that middle sector. And he is through. Now, we've got to try and keep Hulkenberg within these so that we get DRS. Bortoleto is struggling out there at the moment. Here comes the top speed of the Kick Sauber into the hairpin. And we are past. What a move. Get in. Bortoleto struggling, it seems. But he's within DRS range of Lawson, who's just got past. And he's not great on the tyres. He's pushed pretty hard early on. And I tell you what, this is shaping up to be a nice little chance of points here. 8 tenths ahead. Piastri's coming through as well, who was out of position. Can we get Hulkenberg? I mean, ultimately, I feel like he's faster than Alonso and Sainz is, Nico. Bortoleto on kind of got a cruise, and I tell you what, here we come. Out of the corner, DRS will deploy, ERS will deploy, and wow, we are DRS on the Williams. Can we make a move, or are we going to sit tight? I think we're going to sit tight. Everybody starting to group up a little bit. Let's top up. 3 tenths is the gap. Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, Norris, Hamilton, having an incredible battle out front. The top 5 separated by 1 to 2 seconds. That is an incredible battle out there at the moment. Alonso, 2 seconds adrift of his teammate Stroll. He's doing his teammate some wonderful favours right now. As through that middle sector, we kind of lose out because our low speed to medium not as strong. But now Sainz is nearly a second. Can we get some DRS deployment? We are closer than Sainz is to Alonso. Here we go. And we are past the medium car. Get in. We are up to P9. This is a terrific race so far. And we shut the door on the man himself, Sainz too. Now we're behind Fernando Alonso, who's on the soft tyres as well. Bortoleto has heavily dropped back here. Only 14th. He has found this start of the race difficult. Tyres not looking too great either. Let's try and deploy, bring him in. But I tell you what, P9 Hulkenberg, I said we might be good at this track based on that long straight. Piastri all over the back of us, who's out of position. And we are going to go for a move down the straight on Fernando. Can we get past? We're not a million miles away from Antonelli or Stroll. As we exit, Piastri is super close, but we get a brilliant exit as we go down to our favourite overtaking, deeper on the brakes. We are past Alonso. What a move again. We are up to 8th place. But here comes Alonso coming back at us. Can Hulkenberg survive? He can't. Whoa, what a race. What a start. We're only 1.4 off Stroll. Again, we've got to just get some ERS back when we can. I mean, we're on lap 10. We've hardly skipped anything so far. We've not really had too much chance. It's been action-packed. So our idea is that we need to get past Alonso. We might be able to build a little bit of a gap because Alonso's got 1% worse tyre. And here we go then. It is time to try and get the move done. We go to the right, switch back to the left. Hulkenberg is past Alonso and he's already, with that move, gained 4 tenths. We're going to go back to top up because we are out of ERS. Look at the pace of the Aston Martin closing. Bortoleto is struggling out there. He's trying to get these tyres a little bit longer. As you can see, it's not as great on tyres. We are stuck behind Sonoda. I'm going to have to try and go light and see if we can extend a little bit. Alonso, 3 tenths behind. This is an action-packed race. And again, we've got Albon. It seemingly is all behind me, but it's not. I'm not that slow. We've only just passed Alonso. There's now out of the corner. Here comes Fernando. We get an absolutely incredible exit with the deployment of ERS. And we top up again. This is going to keep hanging around. And I tell you what, Piastri has just got past Alonso as well. So we did lose out to Mr. Piastri early on. He's now up to 6th place. You can see here Hulkenberg still all over the back of Alonso, who's on a similar strategy. Bortoleto will be thankful he's about to get off these tyres, get some clean air. He's going to be in for the hard tyres. Now we need a good stop by the team. Good stop by the team required. That would be nice. Come on, team. Let's do this. Behrman behind. Not bad. 2.8. Could be better. And we're already then out in 19th place. Ahead of Behrman. We're going to have to attack early on because we want to do the undercut and bring these temperatures in. 7 tenths is the gap. But again, Stroll is now 9th place. We're going to get DRS. Stroll seemingly struggling a little bit. Yep, tyres not looking too great. Sainz is coming at us though. And Bortoleto is flying 11 seconds off some of these cars. He's looking good. And Hulkenberg is a second. Now it's pit time for Hulkenberg. To hard tyres he'll go. And he's caught Albon. Look at this. We're just starting to struggle. Let's do a bit of pushing. I feel like I need to do a bit of pushing, but I don't need to do it at the same time. Because ultimately, we are stuck in a little bit of traffic. Not anymore, we're not. We've kind of dispatched quickly. There's time to deploy. Try and bring and keep ourselves and gain that DRS. It's about a second. 9 tenths. Are we going to get DRS? We should get DRS detection. We should be able to fly down this straight. And now what we're going to do is top back up because I'm not going to make a move. And we're going to get... Oh, look at that. Right in the backside of Stroll. Few cars in the pits then. And it's a battle. A lot of cars on this lap. 17 coming in the pits. It's all about the team there. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 8 cars in the pits. We need to get out. Wow, here we go. Oh, it's a beautiful pit stop. It's okay. 2.7. That is good. I'm happy with that. Because we're ahead of Stroll. Did the Aston Martins... I think the Aston Martin double stacked. There. So, P14 for Hulkenberg. P17 for Bortoleto. And a nightmare. Virtual safety car. Hajar is out. And I think he's crashed into Hulkenberg. Here we go. Through the middle set. Oh, he rams into the back of him. Oh. Oh.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage...
What is he thinking? Isaac Hajar, absolutely. Rear wing is damaged. Minor damage for Hulkenberg on the rear wing. Hajar has retired. Now, Hulkenberg was running really, really well in this race. And that is a little bit annoying. We're on a VSC at the moment, so it's time to conserve everything. Because we can get more fuel and everything out here. Now what we'll do is we'll keep doing this until the VSC will about to come to an end. That is a bonkers move by Hajar. And now VSC is ending. So it's time to go attacking. It's a time to push initially.
Copy.
Let's go. Let's do this. And we are about to get VSC, Hulkenberg 12th. We are green. We are racing. So, Bortoleto seemingly only 17th at the moment. Obviously, I think he had that lock-up, didn't he, earlier on in the race, I believe. I don't know if that was this or the sprint. I can't actually remember. But we are good to race. We are good to push. Hulkenberg needs to try and find Jack Doohan, who's ahead of us. Medium's not pit. So we are a net, probably around 11th. Albon hasn't pitted yet on those medium tyres. Looks like he's going for the one stop. So this is in the balance. Now Albon and Piastri both come into the pits. We've got Liam Lawson having a move on us. He's on the soft tyres. Where is Albon? He's into his marks now. Hulkenberg, who did the undercut, is going to be ahead of Albon. But again, Lawson just came past us. So P12, we can keep pushing the fuel because we have got fuel to burn. Let's top up, make sure our energy is good. So lap 31, and in this race, seemingly, our pace has disappeared. We was, you know, just jumping Albon in the pits. We're still now about 12 seconds behind Albon, who, they are on hard tyres, newer ones. We are on a little bit of an offset. Hulkenberg didn't have any medium tyres to use. So our lap time is really struggling. We did do a 39.9 versus Gasly's 140 flat. So our lap times are not too bad, but we seemingly have dropped away. Now, remember, we do need to finish 14th, well, 16th or above as our target. But at the minute, we're only just managing that. We are P14, P15. We have got a soft tyre stint at the end, so expect us to be very, very quick at the end. I'm expecting a lot of the rivals to potentially go to some maybe slower compound tyres, I'm hoping. Lawson is in the pits for Red Bull. And he hits his marks. Hard tyres on. He's probably going to the end. Hulkenberg is already past. Bortoleto is going to get past. But again, he's not that far behind us. Jack Doohan right behind us. Again, medium tyres. Hulkenberg 7 seconds adrift. We have got a lot to do. So we are going to have to go attack him. We've got Bortoleto coming in for the pits for soft tyres. Hulkenberg has managed to extend well, but I kind of didn't want him to extend, but he's going to be very quick. So here comes Bortoleto, 4 softs. And yeah, we've kind of dropped down to the rear of the field. 2.9, not great pit stop. We are going to be quick now, as I battle a cold myself. And oh my god, we're behind a Ferrari again. You couldn't make this up. We get a little bit of unlucky. Of course, because that is the worst case scenario. But where is Hulkenberg? Coming down the back straight now. Time for some soft tyres. And I should be able to probably run these on a little bit of aggression. But we're going to be stuck. Now, we're 9 seconds off. Stroll's pitted as well. And again, we're probably just where we should be at the moment. We need to get back to 16th. We're going to try and move on the Ferrari, are we? It'd be nice to get through. I mean, they're in a battle again. We're amongst the blooming battle at the front. Hulkenberg 2.6. Luckily, he's going to come out ahead of them. And he's going to just lose out to the Alpine. We're trying to get past the Ferrari. Now we get past the Ferrari and unlap ourselves. But not looking strong. 8.5 seconds. Probably no pit stops. So again, just lacking pace in the race, it seems, here. We've got Hulkenberg who's come out. Well, now we need to try and get past Jack Doohan to get back into 15th place. And our Kick Sauber is, again, just stuck. And I mean, it is down to our pace in the race, of course. As we go around the Red Bull. This is not for position, sadly. We're going to go past the McLaren as well. Nearly. And then we're going to give the position back. So that is done for Bortoleto again. And then again, he gives blue flags. Bortoleto, 2 races in a row, has come out of the pits and got stuck behind the leaders. Here comes Nico Hulkenberg. At least he's going to bring us our objective points, hopefully. And he is up to 15th place. So going aggressive, it is going to be probably 18th and only 15th place because Bortoleto is out. stuck behind the front runners. Hulkenberg is only 15th. So 3 laps to go. It is no surprise to you to probably see Bortoleto struggling. He took absolutely ages behind the front runners, and they have only just cleared up the road. It's been very difficult for Bortoleto, stuck in 17th place. We're going to attack for him to the finish now because, yeah, it's pretty much game over for him. Hulkenberg has been making really good ground into Yuki Tsunoda. He's got that gap down to 2.2. He has got rear wing damage, though, only minor. But we just got to bring that tyre. I just want to bring the fuel back to 0.0 equal. But the gap is 1.9. Let's attack as well and see if we can at least get 14th place. The conserve is about to finish. And we are catching the Racing Bull of Yuki. There we go. Fuel now okay. Let's go on board because I feel like we're going to get a little bit more enjoyment out of this shortly on lap 55. 1.4 seconds now is the gap. It's a big gap to the rest of them. It's an interesting start for Kick Sauber. We definitely need to pick up where we should be. That is for sure. Hulkenberg closing now. Not got DRS, but he's so much quicker than Yuki Tsunoda, who is on the hard tyres. We start the final lap. That means we've got the Verstappen right behind us. There he is. So 5 tenths is all we've got. And now, I'll tell you what, you can see Verstappen's only just up the road from Bortoleto and the McLaren of Piastri. So Hulkenberg could finish 14th. Bortoleto is going to miss his objective by 1 position, which is a shame. But again, got heavily impacted by the front runners coming through. And now Bortoleto we can cut down. Here comes Hulkenberg on Yuki Tsunoda. And that is a late move to get himself, with his light rear wing damage, get himself up to 14th. So, again, we're about where... Oh, my God. Okay. He has just absolutely obliterated the pace for the final lap, clearly. And look at the gap he's already pulled. He was toying with us. As we are now 15th. We're going to get 16th unless we crash now, of course. But I feel like we can at least finish 14th. We still got to find some race pace, though. Bortoleto 17th. And now it's down to Hulkenberg. Can we get 14th place? We're there or thereabouts. Need to find 4 positions. Will we go late on the brakes? We do go late on the brakes. It is a late move. He is through. He is going to finish 14th for Nico Hulkenberg. Again, I don't know. Would you expect us to be where we are? We've just run out of fuel as we cross the line as well. Would you expect us to be doing better? Or would you expect us to be where we are at the moment? Are we outperforming, underachieving? That is going to be the interesting part. But we did finish where Hulkenberg started. Bortoleto had a miserable race in 17th place. So that was a shame. But overall, again, pick up a point for the pit stops. That's always key. 2.6. Not reaching the contract bonus, though, which is frustrating. We need a few more parts to increase our performance levels. And right on cue. Design complete for the side pods. Our next race is Japan. Manufacturing, chassis, and suspension currently. So we need to do some more manufacturing as well. We've got to find... Look at the car performance rating at the moment. That is a shocker. Obviously, we've got parts missing. That's why. We've got to do some work. But race 2 is done. Race 3, 11 days' time. We head off to Japan.